Today we'll be probing deep into the rift, leaving home behind to assess a world that came very close to its end. Yet catastrophe was averted when my bun got to work, assassinating the enemies of the people and bumping up security. From Fart Job to the Rock Chica Greatwood, I proudly present Butts of the First. Our first stop is Don Meg, where we meet Ankh Thong, Lord of the Lingering Gaze. Now, why would the gaze be lingering? Well, because his pants are off and his candy cane's out. The rest of his outfit's pretty fancy, so I wonder what happened to his pants. Maybe he ribbited them. He ribbit them. At least he doesn't have to worry about his fly being out, but for a frog that seems counterproductive. And Mount Gulg, Forgiven Obscenity, has a very nice butt. The only downside is that she seems to be made out of marble, so her butt appears to be very, very hard, like the Crystal Exarch's butt. He's real soft and sweet to me, but ask anyone else if he's a hard ass, and they'll say, of course. When you reach Academia Anidir, you're at the bottom of the ocean, way deep down where the sun don't shine. This was a seat of learning where they analyzed all creation. We can see where some of their research went wrong, and they grew fishtails instead of butts. I bet they were more than a little sharked by that. If you grow a shark butt, can you put on your drawers in the morning? Behind the bowels of Kamra's excavation tunnels sits the copied factory, and you're gonna love the pants that drop, which might upgrade your assets. I don't mind carrying the weight of the world there. But finally, we can have godlike asses. We can become ascots. Become ascot! In the Grand Cosmos, we meet Leanne Sith, who can lean in or Sith by me anytime. We spend the fight moving our nuts around, and we try not to let her perfect butt distract us, remembering that the primary goal is to not fertilize those seeds. Next, we have Lugus, Insatiable Flame, and you might be insatiable too if you spend any time admiring his hot ass. Yes, this boss's ass is gas, unlike the previous boss whose ass was grass. As you're putting out your fires, you might wonder if the fire puts out. I'd call this booty a case of arson. Some of you might be thinking, what about Titania's butt? What about the pixie butts? Stop it. No. They come from the spirits of children. So if you're gonna think about creeping on them, you better turn back now, or I'll unload a can of whoop ass, and it'll meg you regret it. One of the most tragic consequences of the flood was that, like a big white absorbent sheet, it wiped out all the butts it touched. So we went out the back door of Amarang to summon a butt of titanic proportions. Now, at first you might think it's kinda small, but he's a grower, not a shower. Titan's tight little molehill cheeks grow into mountains in phase 2. Sadly, you may be so busy having Titan raise your elevation that it's hard to get a good view of his crevasse. Eden itself has lots of boob, but this is not boobs of the first. The butt is firm, yet unremarkable, but comes with a polished blue mirror. Yes, when you gaze into a butt may gaze back at you. Eden's Voidwalker has a really sad butt, if you can even call it that. And he's holding up a typical humanoid, pleading,
"Why can't I have a butt like her, Daddy? Zodiac, make me a butt like hers."
But the Father Crystal is just like, Zodiac is not good at making butts because he likes to keep everything whole. He doesn't like cracks. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If it helped you smile from cheek to cheek, that's enough for me. But if you want to provide more plump support, you can do that on Patreon or on Twitch. You can support the channel for free by smacking that subscribe button or sharing this video with your friends and associates. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!